Sige, so continue lang natin yung ating transfer pressure. Basahin ko na yung problem. So steam flows into a turbine at a rate of 10 kg per second and 10 kilowatts of heat are lost from the turbine. By ignoring elevation and kinetic energy effects, calculate the power output from the turbine. So naghanap lang ng power output sa turbine. Given tayo ng piece. So to solve this problem, we will try to illustrate yung nangyari sa turbine. Ito yung turbine natin. So, papasok na steam, point 1. So, under yung steam dito kapag ikutin yung turbine. Then, mag-exhaust siya sa point 2. And during those process from steam from 1 to 2, during its expansion, mag-produce siya ng power output. And since binanggit sa problem na merong heat loss, hindi siya fully insulated, then yung ating heat ay merong lumalabas na losses. So therefore, from this, we can see by using energy balance that yung power output natin can be solved by mass ng steam times yung change ng enthalpy, that is 1 minus 2. Kasi kung walang heat loss yan, this is 0. Walang matitira. Then yung power output ng turbine natin. But since merong heat loss, then we simply subtract yung heat loss natin doon. So, yung mass ng steam is given, that's 10 kg per second. Yung enthalpies natin, yung dalawa, ay parehong given. That is 2739 tsaka 23.5. Yung heat ng loss natin, that is 10 kilowatts. So, direct sum. So, cancel out yung kilogram, that is kilojoule per second, that's kilowatt. So, pipindutin lang natin sa calculator to solve yung power output natin. So that's 2739. By the way, ang unit na lalabas ay kilojoule per second. And kilojoule per second is kilowatts. So kilowatts na yung makuha natin. Press equals, and makuha natin yung letter C, power output. Yes, so another problem sa ating power industrial plant. So the enthalpy of air is increased by 13586 kJ per kilogram in a compressor. The rate of airflow is 16.42 kg per minute. The power input is 48.2 kilowatts. Which of the following values most nearly equals the heat loss from the compressor in kilowatts? So naghahanap ng heat loss sa kilowatts. So to solve this problem, we will illustrate yung compressor natin. So basically, pag in-illustrate yung compressor, kabaliktaran lang ng turbine. Diba? So imbis na nag-expand, nag-compress. So meaning, lumiliit yung volume habang mahaba yung compressor. So point 1, yun yung may mas malaking lapad. Point 2, yun yung may mas maliit. And kabaliktaran dito, instead of power output, meron ka power. Diba? Paano natin sa i-consider heat loss? Heat loss in a particular compressor, kapag nag-energy balance kayo dito, that is, power input equals mass ng air, mass flow rate ng air, times change in enthalpy, plus yung heat loss natin. So, yung power input, yun yung pasok, is equivalent sa change ng enthalpy, yun yung lalabas, plus yung another yung nalalabas na heat. Yun yung gusto niyang sabihan. Kung meron ka pang another heat energy na lalabas din. So basically, yung change ng enthalpy is parang output din yun since merong nagbago dito. Diba sa change in enthalpy natin. So nilabas din natin. In any case, yung power input naman sa problem ay given. So, that is 48.2 kilowatts. And yung mass ng air natin is also given. That is 16.42 kg per minute. And yung enthalpy is increased. Ibig sabihin change in entropy ito. Ito yung buong H2 minus H1. That is 139.586 kJ per kilogram. So, direct sum lang yan. And we will see, kakancel out yung kilograms. Problema lang, kilojoule per minute tsaka kilowatts, hindi yan magsasama. Papalitan mo yung minutes ng seconds para maging kilojoule per second, kilowatts yan. So, divide by 60 yung ating mass para makuha yung per second. Then, idadagdag na heat loss. So, from that, we can now solve yung value ng heat loss natin. So, that's 48.2 equals 16.42 times 139.586 divided by 60. Then, plus natin yung hinahanap na solution heat loss. Chip solve now. So, press equals, and makuha natin yung value na 9.999 or basically that's 10 kilowatts. Ngayon, pero wala namang 10 kilowatts dito na eksakto. Meron 10.2 tsaka negative 10. Anong kukunin ko sa dalawa? So, tandaan natin, ang compressor laging negative ang work. So, sir, work ba yung hinahanap? Kung work ang hinahanap, negative 10 ang isasagot natin. However, hindi work ang hinahanap. Ang hinahanap ay heat loss. Take note, pag sinabing heat loss, heat rejected din yan. Pag sinabing heat rejected sa thermodynamics, ang sign nun ay negative. So therefore, yung kukunin nating sagot sa choices ay yung negative 10. Since ang binanggit, heat loss, that means heat rejected. Ang sagot nga natin yung letter A. So even if yung nakuha yung value is positive, ititignan nyo pa rin kung ano yung direction ng heat or ng work that undergoes in this system. And so another problem sa ating power industrial plant engineering. A Carnot engine requires 35 kJ per second from the hot source. The engine produces 15 kilowatts of power. Temperature of the sink is 26 degrees Celsius. What is the temperature of the hot source in degrees Celsius? So naghanap lang ng temperature ng hot source or T-high. So pag meron tayong Carnot engine, given tayo ng dalawang temperature, yung isa given, yung isa hinahanap, and given tayo ng requires from hot source, so yung energy na galing sa hot source, that is heat supplied or QA. So meron kang QA and engine produces. Pag sinabing engine produces, yun yung work net natin. So kung meron kang work net, meron kang QA, tapos meron kang temperature, yung isa hinahanap yung temperature, then you will use yung hinahanap, yung equation natin na Carnot cycle efficiency. Diba? So bakit sir? Kasi sa Carnot cycle efficiency, nandoon yung 1 minus TL over TH. Given ka nung temperature ng sink, yun yung low temperature. Kasi hinahanap yung temperature ng source, yun yung TH. Also, given ka rin ng work net tsaka ng QA. So we know that work net over QA ay efficiency. So yan yun. Bali, kung given kung tatlo, pwede na natin ma-shift solve yung E-high natin. So direct sub lang. So that is 1 minus T low, 26, going absolute plus 273 over T-high, that is hinahanap. Equivalent yan sa 15 over 35. So, magka-cancel out dyan yung kilowatts. Bali, ang unit na matitira dyan, kung anong unit ng 26. And that's basically degrees Celsius. So, lagay lang natin yung mga values. Then, saka natin pipindutin sa calculator. So, dito sa problem na to, kailangan nyo i-recall yung mga relation ng efficiency, diba? Since, minsan nga, katulad ng problem na to, pwede nyong mapadala yung solution, diba? Kapag pwede nyong ma-relate yung near concept na meron dun sa problem, lalo na kung yung given ay will directly tell you na pwede magamit yung formula. Sige, anyway, nakuha nating temperature high is 250 degrees Celsius. So, From the choices, yun yung letter B. And sige, so another problem sa our industrial plant natin. The maximum thermal efficiency possible for a power cycle operating between 1,200 and 225 degrees Fahrenheit is. So, maximum thermal efficiency, pag pinakamataas na yung thermal efficiency, ang component mo lang ay yung Carnot cycle efficiency. It's the most efficient heat engine. Pag given kang dalawang temperature, efficiency natin is 1 minus T low over T high. Just take note na yung temperature mo dito naka-absolute. Para na ito, gagawin mo absolute plus 460 para maging degree Rankine. And wala siyang unit kasi magka-cancel out yung degree Rankine natin. So, lagay lang natin yung values. It's 1 minus, that is 225 plus 460 over yung 12 plus 460. So, press mo lang equals. Press FD para sa percent. So, makukuha mo yung 0.5873 or 58.73%. So, from the choices, yung pinakamalapit ay letter C. Okay, so another problem. So, basahin ko lang. A Carnot engine receives 130 BTU of heat from a hot reservoir at 700 degrees Fahrenheit and rejects 49 BTU of heat. So, calculate the temperature of the cold reservoir. So, naghanap lang ng temperature ng cold reservoir or that's T low. So, to solve this problem, tulad nung ginawa natin previously, we will need to recall yung relationship ng mga formulas ng Carnot cycle. So, kung naghanap ka ng temperature isa given, tas Carnot naman to, we can use the efficiency. So, i-apply natin yung efficiency dito. So, efficiency is equivalent sa 1 minus T low over T high. And also, that's also equal to work net over QB. So, sir, bakit i-equate pa natin dito? So, since given ka ng 130 BTU of heat, that is from hot reservoir, that's QA, diba? And also, meron ka ding rejection. Sinabing rejection, that's QR, given din yun. So, even if hindi dito given yung work net, you can actually solve yung work net by having QA and QR. So, we know that work net is QA minus QR. So, therefore, we can basically equate yung work net as QA minus QR, and both are given. So, therefore, mas solve natin sa work net. So, solvable sa work net, the QA is given. Yung T low, hinahanap. Yung TH, given. Kung ano pang kailangan gawin, ita-direct sa tala. So, basically, that is 1 minus T low is 460. So, the reason of adding 460 here, para maging degree Fahrenheit na ilalabas dito pag sinip solve ka. So, over 700 plus 460 equals work net, that is 130 minus 449 all over QA na 1. Sige, shift solve lang natin yan para makuha yung ilaw natin. So, walang unit na makikita dito since pare-pareho naman yan. So, temperature na may nahanap and yung isang temperature naman is Fahrenheit. So, we will be expecting a Fahrenheit dun sa temperature natin. Yung BTU will both cancel out since yan ay same units. Yan. So, actually, pwede nyo rin gamitin as a solution dito sa problem na to yung Carnot principle. Yung QA divided ng QR equal yan sa TH over TM. Pwede rin yun. So anyway, yung na-compute natin ay negative 22.77. So basically, that is yung letter D.